we're gonna kick this thing off. First podcast, technically in a comfortable space.
Yes.
The last time we did the podcast, it was at Giving Tuesday, um, middle of a crowd, women in film. It was like a pre-event,
Yes.
and I think I had just built a whole podcast table
Yes.
from scratch.
We're
Me and
sticking gun
Jay,
and
we built
all.
it from scratch. Put our
Yeah.
logos on. We were totally ready. Um, Amazing. So that's a year,
Wonderful.
almost a year. One more month, it'll be Giving Tuesday again, but we're coming back bigger, stronger.
Hmm.
I think your whole statement is like, where are we today?
Yeah.
And where we are today is we are at a new location. Um, Blessings from God, 100%. Um, um, and we good? Are we good? No, you good? You know. Okay, so we live though still. Okay, okay, so we good. You
We're
know,
good.
we still learning this production thing. You know, we got a great team. To kind of finish into like where we are today. We are at Digital Ignition. That's the new spot that
Hmm.
we're at now. That's where we're going to be hosting media days, and I'm going to make an announcement where we're going to do a media week. That's where we knock out majority of our production all in one shot using virtual production capabilities. Um, you were part of our last media day. That's why we're here right now, because we have the Genesi Village mobile app queued up,
Hmm.
ready to spark off into your phone and fly you into the, you know,
Genesee
distant
Village.
lands of the virtual world, right?
Yes.
But let's be serious. Let's I want to introduce my special guest. Technically, Iris Grant, major uh, thinker, strategizer, pioneer of a lot of things. But you know, let's let Iris kind of you tell us about you, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Cody. It's good to be here. I mean, can you believe that we are in a partnership for a year?
It's a
Almost,
year.
it's kind of crazy um, how things are happening. But for those of you that aren't familiar with me, I'm Iris Grant. I am the founder and CEO of the Genesi Group, and we are a philanthropic strategic advisory
Mm,
firm that has now branched out into innovative spaces for giving,
mm-hmm.
and has added a lot of tech components now. And we are super, super excited. And it's been a year later
Mm-hmm.
since we launched the initial concept of
Mm-hmm.
the Genesi
Mm-hmm.
Village
Mm-hmm.
last year. Um, and so we are so excited now that we
Mm-hmm.
are launching the digital app
Mm-hmm.
in less than a month.
Mm-hmm.
And we're super excited about the partnership
Pushing
and
for Giving Tuesday.
for Giving Tuesday coming
Yep.
up again
Yep.
on Thursday, November the 28th. It's an
Mm-hmm.
International Day of Giving for
Mm-hmm.
those of you that are new to that.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're super excited because where we are this year and the opportunities that we have to advance
Mm-hmm.
nonprofit work,
Mm-hmm.
and passion work,
Mm-hmm.
philanthropic
I like that.
engagement.
Mm-hmm.
It's some new things that are coming out, and we're excited about it.
So you're breaking down Giving Tuesday. You know, I kind of wrote down a couple of questions because people that's gonna follow us and first time viewers, first time hearing about Giving Tuesday, um, from a local standpoint, um, could you explain the let's say the goals of Giving Tuesday, or like how do local nonprofits, how do they benefit from Giving Tuesday? Um, you know, kind of put us in that mindset, you know, or
Yeah.
put them in a mindset if they haven't been taking advantage of Giving Tuesday, kind of put them where they need to be.
Yeah, Giving Tuesday, and I'll say from just a local or regional perspective, is an opportunity for people to give
Mm,
to their local nonprofit, their local um, uh, charitable organization
mm,
that um, is impacting what's happening in the community,
mm-hmm,
right? So you may have a specific focus that you're interested in. You
mm,
might be interested in volunteering for the holidays,
mm,
or giving and participating through mentorship programs, or even
mm,
just providing what is always needed, which is funding
mm,
towards communities in
mm,
need, right? Especially during holidays. And as I think this year is super critical because we are in a bit of an economic crisis, and
mm,
you have people that are losing jobs and families that are, the homeless population is shifting as more of the working homeless
mm.
now. And so,
The working homeless. That's
yeah,
a that's a
yeah.
serious thing.
It's a
That's,
very serious thing. Imagine working every single day and still not being able to afford housing for you and your family.
mm,
Um, that could happen to any of us. You all just have one medical event,
mm. And
right? One need. And so this is a critical time when you talk about locally being able to give, particularly when we're running right into Thanksgiving.
mm-hmm,
I think there was a national report about 2 weeks ago that said 40 to 45% of the families right now are thinking about not having a traditional Thanksgiving dinner
mm,
because of the cost and
mm,
the increase, right? So when we talk about Giving Tuesday, we talk about you really engaging in a way with passion work,
mm,
the passion to service people, the passion to support and help the organizations that at a grassroots level are helping people every day,
mm,
to give them a contribution, to do in kind gifting, dollars,
mm.
adding your talent, your time, your volunteering. It's a very important day.
Got it. So I guess what's the best way I could put this? Should people be incentivized to give? Because I know our reason for, technically partnering, right,
Mm-hmm.
was that we had the technology on the Plotabl side. We had some key strategies around gamified giving,
Mm-hmm.
using digital collectibles the right way. And I'm gonna segue that to, you know, that's kind of a key term on our side is the right way. These are not NFTs.
Right. Right.
These are not NFTs. They can be managed by the blockchain, but we're not going to get into that. But we're talking incentivizing people and rewarding people for contributing to the nonprofits
Mm-hmm.
initiative, right?
Yeah.
So, um, I want to kind of flip the question again and say, should people be incentivized to give during the holidays? Because a lot of people are caught up in receiving for the
Mm.
holidays. Let's just be real.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A lot of especially your kids. Um, they're waiting for their Christmas list.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the families are all ready to go eat a huge dinner. For Thanksgiving. Should people be incentivized to give? And if it's some other questions in there you want to ask, or bring kind of back at us on the tech side, we can kind of spin it back and forth. But let's start it there.
I don't think there's anything wrong with incentivizing people in
Mm-hmm.
different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we have four generations
Mm,
that are alive and well
mm,
and giving
mm,
um, across the globe.
mm-hmm.
And they all have a different perspective of what giving is, right? They
Mm,
all have a different perspective of what giving means and what
mm,
community means. And so in our vertical and of philanthropy
mm,
and of the philanthropic industry,
mm,
that's changed.
mm, mm,
You've got a transfer of wealth happening. You've got another generation coming into the workforce. You've got
mm,
another generation who are now becoming that middle age group, right?
Mm.
And they all have a different way of giving. They have a different way of thinking about it.
Mm.
And so I think incentivizing individuals is good and it's important because at the same time the world has changed,
Mm-hmm.
right? Especially after COVID. And so just to say give because it's the right thing to give may not register with people,
Mm.
right? So you have to look at how's this new generation engaging.
Mm.
Um, and I think when we start talking about gamification
Mm.
and we started talking about digital collectibles, the
Gamifying
and
the gift.
gamifying giving, we
Mm.
also were thinking in terms of the nonprofit
Mm.
because the hardest thing for a nonprofit to have is operational costs,
Mm.
right? And administrative costs.
Mm.
And, I've been talking about this since my TEDx for years is that we really, 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 really need to think about everybody having an opportunity to be a philanthropist,
Mm.
right? And everybody
Any
having an
age.
opportunity at any age.
Mm.
So, how are we teaching our children who are very wrapped up into the technology space? How are
Roblox, the
we
whole nine.
teaching them to give,
Mm.
to engage, to especially in a I guess I'm so leery in saying post COVID, but in a post COVID era, how are we teaching them to engage socially and have a social consciousness when the world is very different?
Mm.
And so, being able to do this with this partnership was like amazing
Yeah.
to be able to do that. And so we do incentivize them,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think we've found a really great way to help everybody have a return on the investment, right? Because at the end of the
Like that.
day, everybody is a brand and
Mm.
everybody has a return on investment.
And I think we can key in on like really that term return, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we think investment, it's not always like a return of monetary, like a monetary return. It could be a return on like the knowledge behind why you gave or who you gave something to,
Mm-hmm.
right? So on the digital collectible side, we push it out in augmented reality, um, turn it into an experience, cross-platform,
Mm-hmm.
um, and we basically say, hey, if you gave a toy, or if you donating a turkey, or you donated some funds to meet those admin costs and those you know you know boots on the ground people who's actually like pulling it off. The biggest thing is um, using that digital experience to take them into the digital storytelling of the brand, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
like in your case, we know, it's the birth of the phoenix, and the phoenix turns to ashes, and it's rebirth, the whole nine. But in our experience, we're letting people um, that receive the digital collectible after giving kind of learn like facts about like the nonprofit, and what's coming up next. So we're
Mm-hmm.
making it unlock live streams,
Mm-hmm.
um, and avatars of you know key individuals, maybe some of your top donors, when they come into a media day. They get, let's say they donate, and then they get access to a Plotabl media day where they get to come in and talk about their business and like what they do, so people can actually not necessarily champion the person who gave the most or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, but I think it does supply some, what do you say, some brand value, um when they publicly contribute to something,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I guess that's another question, like, um I guess this, I'm not saying it's a spiritual thing, but you know should a just kind of like a personal thing, like, should a person be um kind of like recognized for like the how do you feel about that, like people who donate to and they're recognized like on a big level? Hopefully I'm asking it the right way, like, it's like,
Yeah.
I always feel like it's it's a thin line. It's ego. Then it's like, I want to write the big check, right?
Mm-hmm.
But um, I think you've dealt in the sports arena before with
Mm-hmm.
with nonprofits, right? So I think that is where it's kind of, big bank take little bank type of scenario.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on those
Man, you're
type
gonna
of?
try to get me in trouble tonight, because that's just a personal space for me. I
Yeah.
think um, how a person looks for a return
Mhm.
um, is just very personal,
Mhm.
right? That some people, I've had people that have, I've been in this industry over 17 years,
Mhm.
ooh, and I've had some people that just remain anonymous about how they
Mhm.
give and what they do, and then I have some that like
Yeah.
the banners,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's just personal as to
Mhm.
what it's connected to
Mhm.
and how they give.
Mhm.
I personally have always been the more quiet person
Yeah.
in terms of what I do and how I
Mhm.
give. But I also, and we've talked about this once before too, in terms
Ooh,
of
baby.
um, when you're giving and you're doing, like it's not always a dollar value,
Mm.
right? So it's I use the name Johnny all the time. When Johnny
Mhm.
needs an apple, who's giving them the apple?
Mm.
Often the person that just hands Johnny the apple and make sure they have a lunch and make sure
Mm.
that you check on them when you see Johnny walking down the street by
Mm.
himself. That is a type of gift,
Mm.
right? Because it's passion work,
Mm.
right? So
Passion work.
you know I
You key in on that a lot.
because it is, like
That's what should really count. And I asked
that's
that
what should
question
count.
in a kind of already knew, but
Mm-hmm.
I asked it to bring that out.
Mm-hmm.
But,
We've I get on my soapbox, but philanthropy has become very um, it's become classation,
mhm.
right?
Mm.
And I want people to understand that regardless of whether you can write that big check
Mm.
or you have 10 cents to give or you have your talent, you have
Mm.
your time, your contribution in
Mm.
that space is critical, right?
Mm.
And so our partnership incentivizes people to find out who's out there, what communities
Mm.
are in need. How do those communities identify what changes happen in those communities, and those individuals that are doing that daily work,
Mhm.
9 to 5. Um, goodness, even with the mental health spaces,
Mm.
people that are doing that work, they need that support. They
Mhm.
need your help, and so that's a personal thing. That's not
Mm.
a matter of how much you make or how
Mhm.
much you're able to give.
Mhm.
It's about you giving,
And the
right?
impact.
And the impact. And
Mhm.
so that's what I love about being able to even gamify, because you can teach that,
Mhm.
right? You can incentivize
Mhm.
someone
And
being able
reward that
and reward them
for the
being
ones.
able to tap
Mhm.
into their desire to
Mhm.
give.
Yeah, like, and I think that's where you know we kind of like lay our hat on the software side is giving not just the nonprofit control of the reward system,
Mm-hmm.
but we also, with working with you, we're able to put the system in place for like a small business or a corporate business
Mm-hmm.
who um what's the best way to say it, who wants a strategy and a turnkey system to that can help them implement a giving strategy to their corporation
Mm-hmm.
or to their city or community.
Mm-hmm. And that's the
Yeah.
key, is the strategy.
Mhm.
And the strategy is dynamic.
Mhm.
It's living and breathing, because if
Mhm.
we look at where we were a year ago,
Yeah. Plotabl
right?
was still in the brain.
You know what I mean?
Well, it
And
wasn't in the brain. It was it was being birthed. Shout
yeah.
out to Dennis and the development team on
Oh,
set,
absolutely.
Tremaine, all
Absolutely.
everybody,
Amazing
Gene,
team.
everybody, Tim, everybody.
Yeah, and I mean, even just like to Genesi's team, like the shout outs for them, for Ivan and James and Tamika
Mm-hmm.
and Passion. Like it's and for all of those that
Yeah.
have helped us get to this place, because it's ever evolving. So we think about, last year us with WIFTA, we were with Women in Film and Television,
Mm-hmm.
and it's crazy the economics that have happened,
Mm-hmm.
the state of the world, the state of the country from a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's the strategy that allows you to continue
Strategy.
to give live and evolve,
Mm,
right? And
mm,
have that bandwidth to use technology to
hmm.
kind of fortify the message,
So,
fortify the narrative in ever changing times.
so could we technically say even the planning of how you put your digital collectible together almost sparks your team to create an evolving strategy? Because I know the
Mm-hmm.
collectibles evolve every week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you have your initiatives down, you want to make sure, hey, a person contributes to this initiative. um, we want it to unlock the next
Yeah.
level of the collectible, which talks about said thing or the next initiative that's coming
Mm-hmm.
the next week. It kind of keeps them tied in, while on top of that, rewarding them with other businesses that want to engage with the people who's helping, right?
Yeah.
So, and when we say that, it's more like points and rewards, kind of like your Starbucks type of scenario. But what we do is we supply you with the system where you can go meet with that business. You can say, hey, I got this initiative that
Mm-hmm.
we're about to do next week. We're going to be gifting everybody collectibles. Do you want your logo inserted into
Yeah.
this collectible? Or if you don't want your logo, we take it to the next level. Do you want a whole experience
Mm-hmm.
branded around this? And I think that's the key thing. And I think the money that's made from that, you're able to funnel that to the nonprofits, and for the businesses, they don't have to, you know, search,
Mm-hmm.
or feel like they're just throwing a dart at a blank at a blank target, where they're given to something that they really don't know much about.
Right.
Genesi can help kind of part the way for that.
Yeah, and it's amazing because as you were saying that, we're thinking about like just even when the strategy today is always growing
Mm,
and evolving with the organization or with the company or with the individual
mm,
because we do have, individuals that participate and it's evolving, but it's also evolving with technology. Like what we
mm,
can do is
mm.
amazing. Like we haven't even
Quest 3. I always
we
say we
haven't
got
even
we cooking up something. We
shared.
can't talk about that.
Yeah,
You said,
yeah.
is it anything proprietary that we can't talk about? We're not talking.
Everything.
We're not talking about our Quest 3 project,
Yeah, it's
which is
amazing.
gonna, yeah, yes.
And I think people, often I say for certain communities, when they talk about innovation, and people that know me well, like you've heard me say this a million times, when we talk about innovation in certain communities,
Mm,
we're actually just really catching up,
yeah, yeah.
right? It's not really innovative, it's just becoming innovative to us
Mm,
because we haven't used it, especially
mm,
when we're talking about in technology.
mm,
And what I think is not only a huge blessing, but amazing with this partnership and the
mm,
partners that we have
mm.
is that we are actually innovating,
Yeah.
right? We're actually ahead of the curve
Mm,
on things and being able to do that within the community,
mm,
right? Within the nonprofit space
mm.
where oftentimes they don't have the money or the funding to be able to really join in
On the innovation
on the
side,
innovation side,
that was
especially when we're talking about
that that
gamification.
that's where I was about to ask you.
Hmm.
Like, that's what I was about to ask you. So, um, why do most nonprofits not have the funds? I know that's not a hard question, but it could be
Hmm.
a hard question. Could be a sensitive answer, right?
Hmm.
I guess because I know some nonprofits, you know, business jumps in. They say, "Hey, I'm about to, go set up this LLC, and
Hmm.
or whatever it needs to be." I know you know the right structures, but um, why don't they get to participate as quickly? Due to, I know it's due to funds, but
Hmm.
is there anything else in between? Um, Along with that, you talk about the whole thing. But,
Yeah, because I'll tell you it goes back to the word passion again.
mm-hmm,
Okay, it goes back to the word passion work because nonprofits and individuals that work in nonprofit, there are so many gifted
mm,
people, talented people
mm-hmm.
who
Who
know
really?
how to pull another person out the fire,
Mm,
right? They know how to help you in that need. They
mm,
know how to not only get the apple for Johnny, but get Johnny to eat the apple
Mm-hmm.
and eat the apple and go to school,
We may have
right?
to turn that
And
analogy into an experience
and
that Johnny and
I
Apple is
use that
very.
all the time, especially when I'm working with nonprofits or I'm training or I'm
Mm-hmm.
working with corporations that in their
Mm-hmm.
corporate social responsibility. I use Johnny as an apple analogy all the time.
Yeah.
But the it the work is passion work. It
Mm-hmm.
goes back to that word, and so people don't start passion work because they're looking for the dollar.
Mm-hmm.
They're not looking just to start a
Mm-hmm. Or
business,
the
a
ego trip
nonprofit
where they
business.
just want to be out there and so they can
Yeah,
say they did said thing.
there's something, there's a story there, there's a
Mm-hmm.
narrative, there's a reason why they started the work. There's something that is triggered in their life or that has been a moment, right? A
Mm-hmm.
significant moment for them that they want to impact.
Mm-hmm.
They know the story, they know the walk, they know the path, they know the pain.
Mm-hmm.
Often it is pain, right? And so in that epiphany to give and to do and to take that thing that has been birthed in them
Mm-hmm.
to help, your first thought is not, oh, I want to go make $1 million
Mm-hmm.
at this in a salary.
Mm-hmm.
It's I want to give.
Mm-hmm.
And so the nonprofits can do well. There's a
Mm-hmm.
business model. It is a business, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is a business with
Mm-hmm.
tax exempt benefits, but it's a business. And most nonprofits, when they get to the place that it's more than just the passion work,
Mm-hmm.
they've got to run the business. There's so much dependency on things that can be volatile.
Mm-hmm.
The grant writing,
Mm-hmm.
the funding pieces,
Even the education behind
the
grant
education.
writing.
And so when because grant writing alone, that's a skill set. That's a specific skill set. And
Mm-hmm.
so being able to manage that, there's so many traditional
Mm-hmm.
methodologies to fundraising, and I've been a non-traditionalist for a
Mm-hmm.
long time. I cut my teeth on the traditional
Mm-hmm.
markers, but I think that's what, when people give, they also want to give. They give from a passion place,
Mm-hmm.
right? I want to give to help,
Mm-hmm.
and oftentimes that's not general operating costs. That's not paying the person that has to plant the seeds for the apple,
Mm-hmm.
grow the
Mm-hmm.
apple, pluck
Still
the
some work
apple,
in there.
harvest it,
It's
get
still
it
a
on the
team in
truck
there to harvest
to
the
get it.
land.
All those pieces
Mm-hmm.
are interactive to make sure that Johnny gets the apple
Mm-hmm.
and that there's a benefit and
Mm-hmm.
that there's an impact
Mm-hmm.
to report.
So
But it's
let's
passion work.
yeah let's recap. So pain. I'm going off what you said.
Hmm.
Pain pushes the passion,
It pushes passion. Yeah.
which gets the seed planted
Hmm.
to eventually grow the tree that harvests the apple.
Yeah.
So Johnny, but somebody has to pick the apple off the
Hmm.
tree.
Somebody knows what it's like to not have an apple.
Not have an apple.
And they want to make sure that
Yeah.
Johnny has an apple.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Whether they give to women, whether they give to homeless
Yeah.
shelters, whether they give to food services, there's something that connects
Question:
you
Who
in that.
determines? Who determines? In this, we're gonna turn this into an experience. By the way, I
Hmm.
know we're doing that. I know
I
we're
see
doing
your
the
wheels
egg.
turning.
I know we're doing the egg.
Yes, the
But I
Phoenix
like-
egg that's
yeah,
coming, guys.
yeah,
You're going to
yeah.
look out for that.
So, in this scenario, why do so many Johnnies not receive the apple?
Ooh, that's such a good question. Man, you're all in my space tonight. And that's a great question because
And how can we help that?
that's what a lot of funders will ask,
Mm-hmm.
right? How do you expand? How do you do? How do you do? But what they don't realize is there's so many points of influence. Let me put it like that Johnny encounters, right?
This is a whole experience.
It's a
right
whole
here.
nother
This-
thing
this is a-
because the community always identifies itself based on who it is and what it needs, whatever the community is.
Mm.
But people don't pay attention to the politics adjust the community. Economics adjusts the community.
Mm.
Dad loses his job. Mom passes away. There's a medical emergency. There's a foster care situation. The school closes.
Mm-hmm.
Like The school doesn't have money for something. I mean,
Mm.
everything is compounded. Gentrification can happen in a neighborhood.
It's just
I
keeping
could live in a food
the apples are
desert.
getting further
It
and
gets
further.
further away.
Mm.
And the thing that's beautiful about the nonprofit work that people really don't give them credit for
Mm.
is because they're boots on the ground.
Mm.
They know when those changes happen,
Got it.
and they're the ones on that corner,
Mm-hmm.
in that community, at that school, in
Mm-hmm.
that neighborhood, at that hospital, at that food bank, that not only see the change
Mm-hmm.
but have the passion to to be in the grind with the community and move and navigate with them to meet their needs. And
So,
that becomes a challenge,
mm-hmm.
right? Because how do you say that?
Mm.
How do you how do you ever how do you ever really get that across that yeah, we helped 20 people, but now there's 50 more people to replace the 20 that we just helped, right? And anything could shift that.
So could we say? I think that's another plus point for what the our the software partnership is that we're going to be able to display the data.
Yes.
So when it shifts from 20 to 50, people who are in that mentality to not just give once or
Mm-hmm.
not even twice. Let's put them in a routine. Um, I think you spoke about people, you know, getting introduced to this at an early stage. I think I said kids. We was just naming
Yeah.
different demographics, right? I think that is what's going to play a key role is getting the message across and getting it across early enough. Not a storm hits and everybody is it's already happened, but now we're trying to push a message in that we need help. Let's try to
Mm-hmm.
figure out the preventative, not really prevent. I'm not saying you can prevent it, but let's let's get ahead of the messaging so people can be prepared to give, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You said storm. You think of even just environments.
mhm,
We're
mm,
all experiencing, oh my God, how hot it was
mm,
this year in Atlanta, right? I
mm,
mean, it, it, every time the housing
mm.
market
Or a
increases,
flood.
or there's a flood, I mean,
All
that
the college kids
impacts
lost their cars down like instantly.
instantly.
College kids.
You think of all the tornadoes that we're
Mm,
experiencing, going through. Talk about the hurricanes,
mm,
like the lives that
mm,
are here today that we say are middle America
mm,
that are here every day,
mhm,
right?
mhm.
Working 9 to 5, mom putting meals on the table, dad's fixing the fence
Yeah.
outside, kids got their video games, storm
Mm,
comes through, they lose everything.
mm.
They have now just been added to that community and that homeless population
Instantly.
in that food desert because now the bank is gone, the storm came through and took the food market, like, and we don't often think about that. We think about it in the terms of that immediate
Mhm.
disaster, but the long term effects, it's the nonprofits, the passion work that are there for the long term effect on those families, on those lives. And that's why the community is it shifts a lot, right?
Mhm.
So, like, I think when we talked about it last year, how much we've grown in the partnership
Mhm.
of what we can provide and do
Mhm.
because the communities that we're engaged to
Mhm.
are shifting
And what's
along
going?
with the technology.
Yeah, yeah. So what's going through my mind now is how we, are preparing like the simulations of scenarios,
Yes.
using virtual reality,
Mm-hmm.
augmented reality on the collectible side, but that education isn't just facts. Hey, this is what. No, it's actually educating you in real time.
In real time.
Let's let you, let's take you through the story of how quickly a person, you know, um, you know, can like how you said like
Mm-hmm.
can instantly have a storm or basically just putting them in those scenarios so I can see the story,
Mm-hmm.
create the passion or I hate to say it, kind of create a simulation of pain or
Mm-hmm.
sympathy for that. which lets me, kind of opens up my eyes to, reality.
To the
Yeah,
need.
yeah.
And at the same time, being able to help businesses and individuals and nonprofits
Mm-hmm.
with a stream
Mm,
of support, of
mm,
financial support, of
mm,
revenue, of branding and marketing support
mm.
to be able to show their
Because it
profile,
can
to
all
tell
happen
their
at one
story.
time.
It's all what we're doing is creating that perfect storm for them
Mm-hmm.
all at one time,
Mm,
and to be able to reach people and
mm,
to have an impact
mm.
and really think about how to make giving um, something that is a learning tool. We teach our kids a
Learning
whole lot of
to. I
everything
think. I
else.
think. I think that's if somebody wanted to know what we're here talking about. We're really talking about education.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about education,
Opportunity,
opportunity.
access,
you know.
financial
Yep.
support, and
Yeah.
literacy.
Creating the bridge. Number one,
Mm-hmm.
creating the bridge between the businesses who technically, you know, if it's a win-win, hey, they get a mark. This is a great marketing campaign for what they have. But while they're marketing, they're also reaching out to people, you know, getting those eyeballs on their brand. But
Mm-hmm.
they're getting it's for good, of course. But
Yes.
but when those people contribute to that campaign, it's now going back out to the 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 people who need it, right?
Right. Right.
And it's not just they contribute and they get a banner on side of a, vendor space. They're getting a whole experience where they're actually participating in telling the story
Mm-hmm.
to help people for free learn about how to give.
Mm-hmm.
They're now being incentivized coming back to that business again.
How to advocate.
How
Just
to act.
advocacy. Shout out to Women in Film
Yeah,
and WIFTA for just
yeah, supporting.
teaching how to advocate.
Yeah,
Right. I mean,
yeah,
think of what's happening in the film industry right now.
yeah.
The athletes that we have, some retired athletes, professional athletes that are joining in, who have
Mm,
foundations, who have small nonprofits, and they're
mm,
seeing the value
mm,
of the strategies that we're providing and the partnership
mm,
with the technology piece.
mm,
It's amazing.
mm.
It's amazing because it is that education piece
It's
of
gamification.
everybody.
Gamification is education.
Is education.
You know, so we can trying to spin a word. So if it's gamification leads to education or something like that, we'll
Mm-hmm.
figure it out. But I tried it. But end of the day, we this is it's a I mean it's a good setting for us to kind of level set.
Yeah.
Um, I think we could talk about this for days. Um, let's drill in to kind of close us out. Let's drill into what are the goals for the holidays right now. What can we implement? What's on the table right now?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I know these things, but what's on the table right now that we could kind of like um, direct people to or build some anticipation for? Because I know I know the first step is the digital collectible. So let's start there as
Mm-hmm.
far as how you see it panning out for businesses and how they can get going with digital collectibles for the holidays.
Well, we're hitting our second media day, and
Mm-hmm.
so you all really need to contact Plotabl to figure out media day. Um, but being able to, with those institutions and those companies that are looking for something different,
Mm-hmm.
right, are looking for a different way to, man, in really critical times where we are right now
Mm-hmm.
as a country, as a world,
Mm-hmm.
to connect with audiences
Mm-hmm.
through technology,
Mm-hmm.
right, in a way that is light, um, is fun,
Mm-hmm. Continuous.
is continuous
It lasts after the holidays.
after the holidays. And we've got Thanksgiving coming up. And as
Mm-hmm.
I said, there are many families that are not going to celebrate a
Mm-hmm.
traditional Thanksgiving this year
Mm-hmm.
because of finances,
Mm-hmm.
right? Of turmoil.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Giving Tuesday falls right after Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
right after Good Friday,
Yep.
right after Cyber Monday. Um, and so before you spend those dollars on those things. We
Mm-hmm.
want you to think about a different way of giving,
Mm-hmm.
right? And those companies, those businesses, those entrepreneurs. We're
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at entrepreneurs that want to reach out
Mm-hmm.
and see how not only they can promote their business,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but with the digital collectibles, there are so many different ways
Mm-hmm.
that we can create
And
something
they could
for you.
technically lead the education piece
They
too.
can lead
Like
the
the
education
CEOs of
piece.
these companies could jump in and actually
Mm-hmm.
lead some of the education behind,
Mm-hmm.
some key
There's
initiatives.
some really crazy things that we're
Yeah.
able to do that allows not just you, the corporation, to do it, but the families that work there, the
Mm.
employees,
Mm.
the kids of the employees,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your partners,
Mm.
um, in choosing and supporting
Mm.
the nonprofits in a very different way.
Mm-hmm.
And then for those nonprofits, being able to help them strategize as to how they can bring
Mm.
their supporters, their funders, their partners or donors in, um, through this very what is going to be a challenging economic time.
Mm-hmm.
This is a time that in my industry we're at our busiest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've got Giving Tuesday, we've got holidays, we've got
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving, we've got everybody knows, especially in Atlanta, there's going to be a ball.
Mm-hmm.
There's going
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
be a gala,
Yeah.
right? There's
Yeah.
going to be an event. There's the end of the year appeals,
Mm-hmm.
for those that want to be able to have those tax benefits
Mm-hmm.
for the end of the year. So there's a lot of traditional
Mm-hmm.
mechanisms that we want to show you how to make this a very non-traditional
Mm-hmm.
way of giving and having a different way to
Mm-hmm.
educate the next generation
Mm-hmm.
and have them participate so that we don't lose those generation
Mm-hmm.
of potential givers.
So what we can in closing, we're gonna provide a link on either the Genesi Instagram, Facebook. We'll figure it out. That it'll be like a downloadable, probably put out a PDF that just kind of gives an entry point, kind of recaps what we're saying, what we talked about today, and it'll just lead you down the path of either setting up your business with this strategy,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, Even if you already have a strategy in place, you can always incorporate the digital collectible as the thing that you give out for people who participate. And note, we will make sure that it's an experience that lasts far past just the holiday season.
Yes.
And the point is to make sure that the messaging is, incorporated in that experience. And giving you the digital real estate for anybody who's already on board with your brand or your initiative to have more visibility,
Mm-hmm.
um, and pretty much keep the message going, keep the passion work going. See, I'm hooking,
Good.
I'm hooking onto
You're
it.
hooked onto it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I feel good. No, I'm just saying, but yeah, yeah. In closing, yeah, that is definitely where we are. Thank you for coming through. Thank you to our team, my
Yeah.
wife Trinity, um, on set, the whole team.
Yes.
They got us all set up. On set has us cameras everywhere. It's
Yes.
amazing. I
Amazing.
promise you, we did not plan any of this. This is on set 100%. Tremaine's in there putting everything down for Media Day. Iris and her team, they literally having calls 10, 20 minutes before this stream. So, this is around the clock for us. So if you want to participate, just look out for the link. We'll push that out. And yeah, thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having us, and this has been an
We could have
amazing
kept talking
partnership.
a lot.
Yes,
We could
I
have
know,
talked
I
about a
know.
bunch of stuff,
We could do
but
that.
we would have been giving the whole game away. But
Yeah.
and when I say this, more like we want you to come experience an actual strategy session with Iris and her team. Just hit her up. And I don't know what your whole process is, but she has an onboarding process. Knowledge. That's all I can say. Get you 100% right. So All right, that I don't have a name for the podcast, so I can't even sign it off. But this is awesome. So Plotabl.com Media Day, October 20th. Thank y'all for
We'll be there with
yeah
you. Yeah.
for tuning in. Gamified Giving, Iris Grant, Cody Elder. All right.
It's been great.
Thank
Thank
y'all.
you.
Your name is and the company.
Okay. Well, yeah, my name is Brian Phillips, or call me BP OnSet. The company's OnSet and Co. or OnSet and Company. It's a hybrid live production company based out of Atlanta, which we do live stream broadcasting, and we also specialize in real life streaming, which is known as IRL streaming.
Okay, now, how long have you been in this industry?
I've been in this industry for about, in this like live streaming since COVID, so that puts me at what, 4 years now, or going on 4 years. So yeah, I'm kind of new, so to speak, but I got a background in advertising, marketing, and branding since 2016.
What kind of impact do you plan to have?
What type of impact I plan to have? I mean, I don't think people realize it's happening in real time. So, I mean, it's happening. I mean, I'm making an impact as we speak, you know what I mean? So, me just being on this platform with VS1 Studios, with Exclusive Model Magazine, and tapping in with Miguel and Skittles and Chico Fue and Drummer Boy and the whole list of people. So, I'm technically making an impact as we speak real time. Like, a lot of people may not notice it because, you know what I mean? But before you know it, it's going to be said and done. You're going to be like, you know what? I seen him. We worked with him. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm that confident at this point. You know what I mean? For sure.
So what are your likes and dislikes about the industry?
Oh, man, the capping, man. It's a lot of captastic, capaholics out here. You know what I mean? But it's cool, though, because, you know what I mean? That kind of helps you decipher who's with you and who's against you. But I think that's really it, man. Just the lack of business acumen. I had the opportunity to intern for corporate America, and just had the opportunity to see how they move and operate. And then when you kind of get into like the independent space, I noticed a lot of those concepts aren't highlighted or recommended, like contracts, paperwork, you know, things like that. But besides that, I mean, it is what it is. I try to play both sides, you know, the independent creative as well as like the creative corporate.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So that's about what's something a lot of people don't know about you?
One thing that a lot of people don't know about me is probably I'm born and raised here, Grady Baby or Grady Memorial Hospital. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I kind of like that mystique, right? I like to kind of have that. Yeah, hidden talents. I mean, I may want to just keep them hidden for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, okay, do you have any advice for the upcoming, influencers or brands?
Yeah, man, to stick to it. Don't get discouraged. Definitely take advantage. This is one thing I want to leave y'all though, because a lot of y'all are kind of not aware. Chat GPT. I recommend y'all to tap into this AI for real, because what you may have been lacking, man, you can advance like the speed of light with this Chat GPT. Man, it's a game changer. Just like when people didn't understand Google 25 years ago, and now everybody's like, you can't live without it. I guarantee this AI is going to be that. So definitely tap into ChatGPT 3 and anything AI. Learn about prompts, become a prompt engineer, things of that nature, because that's the wave, that's the future.
Okay, last but not least, let everybody know where they can follow you at.
All right, well, this is BP OnSet. You can follow me at OnSet XCO. That's OnSetXCO. My personal is BP_OnSet. And also, man, shout out to Chico and Stoney. Y'all make sure y'all follow Live on the Concrete Carpet as well. And shout out to VS1 and Exclusive Model Magazine.
Period. Thank
Already.
you so much.
Yes, for sure.
Where my boy Ty Uno at, man? This man made me a motherfucking video. You know what I'm saying? Right quick, this is the last video. Ty, come on up here, man. Hold on. You ready? You ready? It's on hold. So anything that you hear from me verbally, where does that shit come from? Anything that you hear from me verbally, that shit just keep coming. Anything that you hear from me verbally, look at that ass nigga. Shit. Hey, man. Y'all make some noise for my motherfucking brother one time. Insane Wayne, man. Anybody who lost somebody in this motherfucker, make some noise one time. Damn. We lost a lot more people than that. Y'all make some noise for y'all lost ones one time, man. Hey, we got ancestors, man. They paid the way for this shit. You feel it? Listen, man, it's my birthday, 40 years of greatness. This nigga took his time out to make a video for me, so I want to showcase it to y'all. And we right back to regular schedule, man. Let's run it, D.
Only thing I want to say is, boy, I know you. Keep motivating us. Let's go. Yeah, boy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and lovers of hip-hop. Tonight, we not only gather to celebrate the 40th birthday of the incredible multi-platinum producer, Drummer Boy, but we also recognize his profound impact on the music industry. As we celebrate a remarkable 50 years of hip-hop, we pay homage to Drummer Boy's impact and unparalleled achievements and contributions that have propelled the genre to unparalleled and unlimited heights. You can understand, you can feel, and you can hear that he was bred a different way. Born in the heart of Memphis, Tennessee, and raised amidst the vibrant sounds of Cordova, Drummer Boy's relationship with music was destined from the start. His roots run deep in a family where music was more than just a passion. It was a way of life. His mother, a part-time opera singer, etched her mark in history as the first African-American to graduate from the prestigious Rudy E. Scheidt School of Music. And his father, a retired clarinetist and music professor at the same esteemed institution, provided a rich musical foundation that would shape Drummer Boy's musical destiny. From the moment Drummer Boy stepped on the scene, his undeniable talents began to shine. Everybody knowing that famous sound. Taking off, started making hits with legends like Tila, R.P. Gangsta Boo, Boys in the Hood, Drake, Pastor Troy, and Yo Gotti, 2 Chainz, Rick Ross, T.I., Scott Storch, T-Pain, NBA Youngboy, Gucci Man, Lil Scrappy, and can't forget Plies. By 2010, he claimed the title of Producer of the Year for the BET Hip Hop Awards, solidifying his status as a true music maestro. And not just stopping there, he kept it going, clinching not one, but 2 Grammy Awards in 2010 for his remarkable work on Usher versus Usher Raymond.
Listen to this track.
Now we cannot forget about the club anthem that still rock the club today. RIAA certified diamond, The Explosive, No Hands, featuring Waka Flocka Flame, Wale, and Roscoe Dash.
Drum on the beat, let me take my time. Girl, the way you moving, got me in a trance. DJ turn me up, ladies get so jam. I'ma sip Moscato, and I'ma throw this money while you do it with no hands. Girl, drop it to the floor. I love the way you really go. All I wanna do is sit back and watch you move and oversee the glory.
Setting the industry standard for beats that are impossible to resist. It don't stop there though. Drummer Boy's magic didn't just light up the studio, it ignited stages around the world. His collaboration with Jeezy and Kanye West not only delivered a sensational performance, but also bagged the best performance for rap duo at the Grammy Awards. You know, life's journey is often marked by challenges that test our strength and resilience. Drummer Boy faced such a challenge with the loss of his big brother, the incredible producer and composer, Insane Wayne. In the face of this heartache, Drummer Boy exhibited the strength that only a true artist possesses, the ability to turn pain into inspiration. With every beat, every note, every production, he carries the legacy of his brother, weaving his spirit into the very fabric of his music. So as we raise our glasses, let us toast to the man behind the music, the artist who took his pain and turned it into art, the individual who stands as a testament to the enduring power of passion and family. Drummer Boy, may you continue to inspire us all, man. Happy 40th birthday, bro. And cheers to the next chapter of your extraordinary musical legacy.
Hey, man, y'all make some noise for a nigga one time, man. Man, listen, man. Man, shout out to my dog Zaytoven in this motherfucker. Y'all shout out to Chef. Y'all like the food? Y'all fucking with the food? Shout out to Lori. Shout out to the DJ Chris Cash. Hey, man, let's get back to it, man. Here I am. Superman, we in this motherfucker. Black excellence, man. Shout out to all the fellas with their suits on. Shout out to the beautiful ladies.
What's up, guys? It's BP OnSet. We're here at the Invest Fest 2022. It's going crazy, right? I'm gonna show my technique in front.
Listen, y'all, listen, man. This is Brandon Shopy. I'm here with BP. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the technique. I'm just here trying to show other photographers what they need to do, but also it's not about what they need to do. It's not like when they're doing something wrong. It's all about growing the community.
Okay, welcome. It's me, Trey Swayze. Welcome to Hot Tub Topics. We're in the elevator right now, going to get some more guests. You know, got something coming. Stay tuned. I'm back, Trey Swayze, you know. Got my lovely lady right here. I just went to go get it. We about to start something on, you know. About to get it going, get it popping. Let's get it. Yeah, this is what we doing right now, man. We're playing Jenga. It's a little dirty Jenga, you know. So we got some special things up under there. I wish I could show y'all some, but y'all gotta stay tuned. What we got, baby? What we got, baby? Ooh, she got lucky. Hot Tub Topics, man. Let's hope she got a good one. What we got? Oh. Hey, how we already out of our clothes, though? It's on me. What we got? Grab her ass. Ooh. Ooh. That's a grab, right? Is that a smack in and grab or what? Hey, when you bend down, you gotta put an arch in your back now. You gotta put all right, yeah. All right, this Hot Tub Topics. This is what we doing. Uh-oh. What you got, baby? What you got? Ooh. To the camera real quick. Who we got right here? Tell the camera what's the name.
K Exotica, the sexy one.
Exotica. Where you from? Ooh. North side. Okay. I like how energetic you is. I like that.
I'm gonna be the newest star, honey. Y'all can see.
Talk to him. So what you do? Tell him what you do.
I model.
Okay.
I'm a video vixen coming up.
Okay.
Just now starting, humble. Yeah.
Tell them where they can find you at.
Instagram, KExotica_. Yes, that's me.
Y'all hear, man. Y'all go follow her right now, man. And go follow Hot Tub Topics OnSet and Company, man. It's going down. She about to fuck up right now. Catch her. Yeah. Hey, get her a drink. Uh-oh. She got one. Show the camera what you got. Show the camera what you she passed on.
I don't want to strip down.
What? You could have just took your coat off. Nope. Welcome back. We here at Hot Tub Topics, the private screening. You know, we going down. We got a lot of people in here right now. You know, we got the good food. Shout out to the chef. You know, shout out to Major CEO. You know, shout out to ATL Venues. We got a lot of things going on, man. Big shout outs, man. Big shout outs to OnSet and Company, man. Talk to the camera real quick. Where you from, Miss Lucci? Huh?
From New Jersey.
Okay, we got New Jersey. Yeah, she live in the building. You know. Yeah, how long you been here?
7 years. Yeah.
7 years. 8. Oh, so you ain't new. So tell the people one thing that they can do when they get out here. What's one thing?
Find a hustle and stick to it.
Y'all heard, find a fucking hustle and stick to it. What's your name?
I'm Simone.
All right, Simone, where you from?
Florida.
Florida, how long you been here?
I've been here like 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
6 years. Tell the people, because you know this Hot Tub Topic, right? So we get a little steamy, right? Can you handle that? Huh? Tell them one good position you like.
From the back.
From the back, y'all heard. From the back. Step it up. Let's go. Club. We going to the club. Everybody get right. Yeah, everybody turn up. Hey, you see we having fun, man. Hopefully y'all have fun watching the premiere of the screening of Hot Tub Topics, man. Big shout out to Major CEO. Shout out to ATL Venues. Shout out to Marquise, the chef. He did his thing, man. You know, so we got more coming. Hopefully y'all catch episode 1. We got episode 2 coming real soon. Go.
Hey, you guys, it's your girl Zay from the Bay, and we are on set with OnSet & Co. here at Hot Atlanta Signs, and this is your special report. August 1st, 2022, at the City Hall meeting, Atlanta City leaders proposed a property ordinance that can possibly shut down businesses who have repeated gun-violent offenses. If this ordinance was to pass, that means the city will have the right to close establishments that have had 2 or more problems within the last 2 years. Several businesses, rappers, and even grieving families affected by the nighttime life spoke out against this ordinance. Let's see what they have to say. So, if you don't mind, can we get a little bit of that to bless our timeline? We're streaming live right now. We're trying to get more people to come out here to this rally. It is something that you can bless our timeline with and let them know what we're doing down here today and why is it important for us to be down here today.
We're down here, it's important today because I don't want to see small business close on the whims of the city council. I understand city council is scared. I understand people are calling for action, but I don't want to make the same mistakes we made in the crack era. In the crack era, our parents and our preachers and our teachers got fooled into a BS crime law that locked the men in our cities up for 20, 30, 40 years in exorbitant crimes for nonviolent drug offenses. The people you see behind you ain't criminals, ain't outlaws, ain't unjust. These are people who come out of entertainment and they're trying to, in a convention city. See, in a convention city, people fly there to get drunk, have some fun, all that. We're trying to make sure that the people who own the convention, that own the clubs, look like us. Right. Who own the restaurants look like us. Because if they don't, what you're going to find yourself is more of those buckhead things where they turn your way because of your shoes. Right. Or they turn your way because of what you look like. Essentially calling you a nigga. So this is about small business versus the corporate interests that are coming in trying to destroy our city. And I don't want to see city council organize for us without organizing with us.
Thank you so
Absolutely,
much.
I appreciate
Thank
you, sister.
Appreciate it. Y'all, you heard it right here. We got Big Mike out here. We got real big people like 2 Chainz out here supporting the cause. Y'all need to come out here. Let's support. Let's help our small businesses stay in business. If you want to learn more information, speak on the panel, or get more involved in your community and local politics, the City Hall has their meetings every 2 weeks at 11 a.m. It's your girl Zay from the Bay with OnSet & Co. at Hot Atlanta Signs, and this is your special report, ATL Nightlife Under Attack.
I just took everything that I've learned, and due to, honestly, COVID, because COVID's really been the reason why I pivoted into live stream, because I was at the crossroads. It's like, damn, what do I want to do? You know, and I was a brand ambassador representing Fortune 500 companies, traveling the country, representing Ford, Chevrolet, Hyundai, Essential Water, a whole list of them. And then all those contracts ended. And then it was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I had everything lined up for 6 months, you know, making good bread, contracts gone. Then I had like one of those epiphany moments where it was like, live stream. I was like, live stream? And then I just got into it. But all the skills that I've learned previous to that moment, it all coexists. So I know my issue was in school was my teacher was like, Brian, you need to focus. You need to focus. Like you need to, you know, you're a hybrid. You like to do all these things. And there's nothing wrong with that. But now I truly, honestly would say that I found that niche, that arrowhead, that spearhead where it's like, I'm going to focus with live stream, let that get me in the door. And then all the other conversations that may occur, yeah, I could take care of that. Oh, you need graphics? Oh, you need web? Oh, you are lacking a web design? Guess what? I know Vado Films, multimedia creative. So going back to my background in advertising, marketing, and branding, it was all about collaboration. So my mission has been collaborative. Like even when I graduated, I developed my portfolio built around the year of the collaboration. Like that's what I titled it. And everything in my portfolio, I had fashion design, I had graphic design artists, I had photographers, videographers, all compiled into this portfolio. You know what I'm saying? And moving forward, yeah, it's just like live stream. Like that's all I want to focus on. Like, and live stream is nothing but production, but just a video production with a press of a button, me going live.
Right.
So depending on the conversation, doing the consultation with the client, finding out what their needs are. They may say they want live stream, but after speaking with them, you know, or finding out their venue can't support it, then I'll just shoot the video or shoot the content, produce it, then give it to you, and then we can upload it as if it was a live stream.
Gotcha.
So it just varies.
So that's one thing I learned from you too, was a piece of software that you told me about. It's just like you can upload it to like IG or whatever, because I didn't think you can like live stream on IG without just going straight through your phone.
Yep.
But it's like now you can upload it as if it's a live stream. I'm like, yo, that's gonna change the game right there.
Don't tell nobody. That's my little secret right there. You know
so if you want that, you gotta go to my man.
Yes. What's going on? This is your man BP OnSet. We're going to be here live streaming at the Fox Theater for the TEDx Buckhead What's Next. Shout out to Wealth Child along with Peach State Media Group for allowing us to come in and live stream this beautiful event in the Egyptian Ballroom here at the world famous Fox Theater. We got Vado Films behind the camera, getting some of the behind the scenes. We also got RJ here as well, assisting me. Basic 3-camera setup. We got 2 wireless HDMI transmitters. We're tapped into the AV right above me. It's gonna be pretty dope. We got Wallow 267 in the building. We got the guys from Earn Your Leisure. We got Him 500 and a few other guest speakers gonna be talking about this, really just dropping a lot of game and gems. And you already know this is OnSet & Co. The revolution will not be televised, but I guarantee it will be live streamed. So check in and tune in.
Hey you guys, it's your girl Zay from the Bay, and we are on set with OnSet & Co. here at Hotlanta Signs, and this is your special report. August 1st, 2022, at the City Hall meeting, Atlanta City leaders proposed a property ordinance that can possibly shut down businesses who have repeated gun-violent offenses. If this ordinance was to pass, that means the city will have the right to close establishments that have had 2 or more problems within the last 2 years. Several businesses, rappers, and even grieving families affected by the nighttime life spoke out against this ordinance. Let's see what they have to say. All right, you guys, it's your girl Zay from the Bay, and I am with Mr. Westwood. Tell us, what brought you out here today?
Well, I'm born and raised in Atlanta, man. A lot of the businesses out here I'm a part of. If I didn't bring business, I help, create business with them. So the whole situation that's going on now is, of course, a violence and gun situation, but they're targeting us, maybe in urban areas. Really, all the places that make the entertainment money, that's us, including 2 Chainz out here, Killer Mike, and several major club, bar, restaurant owners, and we're all black or some type of minority. The city's trying to put a clamp on us where if 2 incidents happen within 24 months, we're shut down for an entire year, which is pretty ridiculous because if this happened in Buckhead, it's nothing that. Lennox stay getting shot up. They will not shut Lennox down, but anything under Buckhead, they're hitting us with that. So that's our main reasons out here. And clearly we scared them because all of a sudden there's some type of fire drill.
I was about to say, why are we outside right now?
Yeah, it's all right. They already had it set up anyway. I was reading through the docket. Even the ordinance they were here for, it's not even listed in the docket, but every other ordinance is. So, keeping that lack of information from us makes it very, very hard to even fight it, to the point now we just look like we out here when it's, we're supposed to be inside, but that's the gist of it. That's what we're here for, to keep our business open and, keep these black boys out of jail, because they don't know the very violence they're trying to stop will start if these folks don't have nowhere to go.
Nothing else to do.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, y'all heard it right here. That's what we are out here today. We are trying to get this ordinance overturned. We do not want it to move through. But we're going to go right back out to here right now, y'all. Let's see. If you want to learn more information, speak on the panel, or get more involved in your community and local politics, the City Hall has their meetings every 2 weeks at 11 a.m. It's your girl Zay from the Bay with OnSet & Co. at Hotlanta Signs. And this is your special report, ATL Nightlife Under Attack.
What's going on, guys? This is BP on set, and of course, we're on set here with the crew. We got a crazy setup. We got the wireless cameras, we got the aperture lighting, man, we even got shot for shot behind with the red. So basically with this live stream, we're working with the McNeils. We have the Blackmagic ATM, the 2 Sony A7R3s along with an A6500. We got the Holland wireless HDMI transmitters. So we're going wireless on this occasion. So if you need anything from live streaming for lighting, audio, multi-switching, multi-cam, wireless setup, OnSet & Co. is a company for you, all right?
OnSet, a hybrid production company specializing in live streaming, broadcasting corporate events, and music concerts worldwide. OnSet provides staging, venue lighting, fog machines, and flame units. OnSet can live stream on all streaming platforms. That's Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all at the same time, and sell tickets on a pay-per-view network. Uncut to your global fans. OnSet & Company, the new norm of media.